Hello, ma'am. How are you today?
I'm great.
Terrific. So today we're going to
How are you?
yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Today we're going to do Module 10, Plural and Collective Nouns. Now, this may sound very simple and basic, one pen, two pens. What's so hard about that, right? But as you'll see as we get into this, some of these rules are a little bit more tricky and more complex as we go. So, moving right along, to start, we need subject-verb agreement. So the basic idea here is if the subject is singular, you need to match that with the singular verb. If the subject is plural, you use the plural verb. So then in the simple present tense, the nouns, to make a noun from a singular to a plural, we add an S. For the verb, we would remove the S. So let's see how that works. Can you read this, these two examples here?
The girl works hard at school. The girls work hard at school.
Good. So, we don't use two S's. We wouldn't say the girls works or the girl work. So, you need sort of one S there. And so that's how you would do it by ear. And then the rule is, the girl singular needs works and the girls work. So the plural form of most nouns is just like this. You just add S. Very simple. We don't need to read all of these examples. You know how it works. Now, here it gets a little bit tricky, but I'll show you the easy way to do it. For nouns that end in CH, X, S, or S sounds, so S sounds would sound like the letter S, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the letter S. We add ES instead of just S. And so you can see that with the word kiss. So if I write the word kiss and then I want to make it plural, if I just add S, that looks ridiculous. You have like three S's there and kiss. So I have to add ES to make it from kiss to kisses so that you can hear the change from a singular to a plural. It works the same with box. So even though this isn't an S, box kind of has an S sound at the end. So if I add an S to make it plural, it just sounds pretty much the same. Box, one box, two box. You can't really hear the difference. So I must make that into an ES. So the reason I show you this is you don't have to worry about sort of memorizing these endings. It's almost natural. You have to add that ES. You can't just say box or watch. You have to add that when you're speaking. Do you have any questions about this rule?
No.
Okay. Next, for nouns that end in F or FE, we would change that, change the F to a V and add ES. So why don't you read, I guess, just these first five here. We don't have to read every single one of them, but maybe just the ones on page 48.
Okay. Wolf, wolves. Wife, wives. Leaf, leaves. Life, lives. Knife, knives.
Yeah, perfect.
Actually, I have a question about about the word kiss or kisses. It's like, for example, like if you use like for singular, like for example, like he, she, it, like I say like he kisses or he kiss.
So that would be a verb. So he kisses. So,
That would change kiss to verb.
well, in your sentence example, that was a verb. So if you say like, the president kisses babies, so like, he kisses babies at at the rally or whatever. So yeah, so he kisses, that's right. And we would spell it the same way. So, so that's the, the third person singular of the verb to kiss. Now, in these examples here, these are nouns. So the noun form, the same spelling rule. So one kiss. He gave me two kisses, or she gave me two kisses, one on each cheek. So that
Then
would be,
also the word watch. that could be like different meaning, right? Because watch with like the watch, the time, and watching, like she, he, it is like she watches movie. And it could be like the other meaning is like I have two watches.
That's right. So I have two watches, one for each wrist, or I have two watches, one for some days and then another for another days. But then you're right. So in both of these cases, you're noticing nouns that can also be used as verbs. Is basically your question, and the answer is yes. In the verb forms, we also change it to es. We don't just add the s. So, I watch, you watch, she watches movies. And again, that would be the same spelling here with the es, not just an s. So yeah, that's a great question and a good point. So some of these can be used as verbs also, and the spelling rules that are described here are still true. Okay, so there are a couple of exceptions to this F to V rule, and here they are. So if we have more than one dwarf, we call them dwarfs. More than one roof, we call them roofs. We don't say roofs. And then we also have some irregular plurals. Why don't you read this set here, please?
Okay. Child,
Child.
children,
Child.
child, children, woman, women, man, men, mouse, mice, goose, geese, person, people.
I would just like to make one small pronunciation correction. When you said the word women, it sounded a little bit more like wemen. So listen to the difference. So it's women, wemen. So you kind of said wemen. It almost sounded more like an E instead of a long E instead of a short I. So try that word again. So women.
Women.
That's better. Much
Like
better. Yeah.
shorter sound.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, the first one sounded more like wemen, but it's women.
Women.
Two women were walking down the street. Good. Next, with nouns that end in the vowel Y, if it ends in a consonant and then the letter Y, we have to change the Y to the I and add ES. So you can see that here with baby. So we have BABY. So here the B is a consonant. So to make that into a plural, we change the Y to an I and then add ES. Now, if it ends with a vowel before the Y, we do not do that. And look, you can see it looks very strange if we were to make that mistake. So if I take toy, T-O-Y, and then change that to an I and add ES, that doesn't look right. You can